I've learned being alone is a superpower that has two spectrums. Two spectrums I'm going to talk about now. Two spectrums I call light and dark. Now, these two spectrums can affect your brain in multiple different ways. I've learned if you're on the dark side, let's say you don't like being around too many people. You like to spend your time alone. You like to do stuff alone, play the game alone. You like to be in your room by yourself. Just chill and be by your lonesome. You at your best when you're by your lonesome. And personally, that's me. Then you got the lighter side. This side of you likes to be around people. You like to joke. You like to be in public. You like to have the spotlight on you sometimes. Those things, for instance, or example. But we're not here to talk about the light side. We're here to talk about the dark side. I just needed to give you those examples so you can understand or get a grasp of what I'm talking about. Now, I'm not saying you evil because you like being alone. That's not what I mean, or the dark side. I'm not getting at anything like that. The thing about it is that I believe being alone, and this is my definition, like this whole video is what I believe being alone is. I'm not by any means a professional or like a scientist or one of the big brains. I ain't Geek Squad either. Now, from my own personal experience, I've learned that being in the group, this picture here I drew of a group of characters I made called the Rump Pack. This is an example of my friend group, example. Now, we can be doing anything. We could be chilling, just enjoying ourselves, having a damn good time. This is me. Now, I won't really necessarily like being out in public for too long, no matter what I'm doing, no matter what we doing as a group. It's like we'll be out. And from the moment I get there, I'm immediately trying to figure out or wonder, when the fuck are we going home? When am I going home? Honestly, just me personally, like it's like, damn, I'll be having fun. I could be having fun. My mind won't be on nothing else. I'm ready to go. And me and mine will have fun, but it's like dating something it dates back to when I was a child. Like most people that find themselves doing certain things that they just can't let go of. Now, when I was a little mini boy, I'd find myself interacting with people that were like of course, bigger than me, like other adults, older children, but it was like people that were just like, I can't necessarily explain it. They were just bigger, or at least I thought they were. And as a boy, I was treated in such a way a child really shouldn't be treated by his peers or other adults and things like that. Like I ain't trying to get any sympathy, but like, because story of our lives, right? I'm not the only person that's had that problem. So as I gradually got older, it made me feel alien, like I wasn't even here anymore, like I was gone, taken, abducted. In reality, it was me being torn down and me being like socially beaten by people who just wanted to hurt me. And in response to those people that wanted to hurt me, I developed this hatred and like a rage that could sometimes get me in a little bit more trouble than it should have. But I found myself not really caring to the point where it grew and grew until eventually it became something nobody could really ignore. So it was like I would lash out if I felt attacked in any type of way. I would lash out. And during the times where I had to interact with people, even the people that would have wronged me or did wrong to me, it'd just be so alien. And I'd just be like, I can't naturally talk to you like how I used to. I can't talk to anybody like how I used to. And it was, and I realized it was me, but it was also everybody else. I didn't do this to myself. And you know what? That's okay. And I was a happy child because of those experiences back then. And even to this day, I find it draining to have to deal with certain people on any type of social level. And it's like people wondered and still do wonder, what the fuck is wrong with him? And I know from being alone, that's just the way the world is. Everybody is on a wavelength. I'm just not on. I'm by myself. Shit, probably forever. So being alone is an opportunity for you to figure out exactly who you are. Because I figured out who I was. I found myself. It took a while, but I definitely did. It took after graduating high school. And it took me getting through a couple of jobs and being fired to realize, okay, being alone in certain aspects really ain't that bad. I can figure out problems. I can figure out what I need to do. That's all really it is. You just figuring stuff out and you enjoying your own company, because that's the best company you're going to have at the end of the day. And I found that out too. Like, it ain't wrong to interact with people. I still do interact with people. I still enjoy interacting with people, but it's best to be alone sometimes. Probably all the time for certain people. That may sound crazy, but trust me, it's really not. You'd be surprised how many people just sit in their homes and don't do anything. You're probably one of those people. And it's easy to be alone, voluntarily or involuntarily, unless you just got too many people in your space. But the trick of it is actually learning how. Some people can't stand by themselves, but I think learning to be alone is something everybody need to figure out. You have to. Like, most people be looking around for somebody to save them or looking out for a hand to grab onto. There is no hand, only yours. That's the art of being alone at the end of the day, learning how to rely on yourself. I'm listening to myself ramble this bullshit, and I still need to figure it out myself. Hell, I will. Probably should write a script on this too, but I'm still learning stuff. The art of being alone is not something I've mastered yet, but I have a good understanding. And those effects on your brains that I mentioned earlier in the video can be good or bad. Like I said, for me being alone, me interacting with people, that led to me being alone was hatred, and that's something I held on to, anger and things like that I've let go of. So gradually since then, piece by piece, because it's an evil world we live in. You gotta shield yourself some type of way. But like, those effects on the mind are what's gonna stick with you, and that one being alone can be dangerous. So it's best to manage that time alone. That's why I was saying interacting with people, I still enjoy it. It's because being alone completely, you go insane. It's a superpower that you got to harness, because being alone 24/7 is nothing but a recipe for disaster. You'll go crazy, probably literally, and actually definitely literally. But I also just said some people need to be alone 24/7 or 100% of the time. I even said you might be one of those people. Some people can be on their own 100%. I'm not one of those people. Like I said, I'm still learning.